I gotta like the thumbnail. Again, the rage bait is good, but a thumbnail. Nintendo fans are being forced to buy their games again. Now, I will say to this, I know that has been happening for a long time, because again, you buy Mario and Super Metroid and all the games over and over again on the AOA and all the stuff and everything like that, so we got that. But I want to go through this video here by the Vigilante Gamer or whatever, that guy, because he's like, oh, I am for the fans and stuff like that, blah, 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 whatever, Andrew Vigilante. So let's get this started and get it over with. Again, I'm driving, so hey, you're going to hear background noise of me driving. Just put it out there for that.
But before we get into any of that, if this is your first time, so thank you for being. It's outdated that digital is the future and that cloud gaming is the next evolution of the industry.
And and like you, here's the thing. I agree with you, because like you, I said that was a stupid idea. I was never going to buy any cloud gaming. If you understand what a cloud is, you don't know nothing. I have my own cloud in my house. Why? Because I created my own nest. I want control of that. That's me. It's like me, because I do not like the whole saves. Though I don't own my saves for Nintendo and all that stuff. Again, I don't went through it. I don't prove it, so I'm not arguing with nobody else on that. But again, that's a negative for Nintendo, and I don't like. But it is what it is. So I gotta take the L where I take the L at. But cloud gaming was a bad idea from the get-go. From a gamer's perspective, from a publisher's perspective, they don't care. But from a gamer's perspective, it's a bad idea. And when I saw gamers buying the cloud version of these games, I'm like, are y'all stupid? That's a dumb idea, because when the server goes out, which it never does, and again, for any gamers out there, if anything's on the server, it will be shut down. That's why I laugh at the video that which you'll see on the channel if about the whole stop kill games, whatever, fail, whatever. I'm like, again, the argument of using a crew as your argument is stupid, and that's what you get. But anyway, I digress. But Kingdom Hearts got cloud gaming. I wasn't gonna. Well, like I said, that was a game that was like, oh, nope, not gonna be a part of it.
Every time one of us raised concerns about what would happen if servers shut down, if licenses expired, or if companies decide to pull support, guess what? We were mocked for being stuck in the past. Yet here we are once again watching one of the biggest examples of why those concerns were completely justified. The people who bought these Kingdom Hearts cloud versions didn't pirate them. They didn't get them through some loophole. Yeah. They didn't do anything wrong. They went to the Nintendo eShop, paid real money,
and yes, they did. Buyers beware. That's what they did, and that's their fault. We expect.
Support a product that Square Enix and Nintendo chose to sell. These weren't free games. They weren't the beta test. These were commercial products being sold to customers with the
Technically speaking, it was like a beta test, because they were testing to see how many people would part ways just to play Kingdom Hearts with a cloud server. That literally what it was.
That they would be able to continue to enjoy them on the platform they purchased them for. Now, these same customers are being told that the games are being delisted, the servers are eventually shutting down, and the solution is to spend more money on replacement versions. I don't know how anyone can look at that and think it's acceptable. What makes it even worse?
It's called life, my friend. It's called life. You think a lot of people don't like that now they gotta pay $3,000 for daggone SSD, NVMe? It's life. It sucks. It really does suck. And y'all choose that. I would have been, no. And that's more Square than Nintendo, but okay. They came with the option, they play the game. Alright. I still said it was a bad idea to buy a cloud version of any game. Because I was like, why? What a cloud version means to me is always online. And that's a big no. No, in my book.
Is that the customer took a chance on a product that was heavily criticized from day one. Let's be honest.
They took a chance. You said it perfectly.
Those Kingdom Hearts Clouds versions were controversial the moment they were announced. Fans have been waiting years for Kingdom Hearts game to finally come to the Nintendo platform. We were excited about the possibility of taking these games on the go. Then the announcement dropped and everyone found out those were cloud versions instead of native ports. The reaction was brutal and well justified. People questioned the decision immediately. We pointed out that their other platforms could run these games locally. They questioned why one of the most beloved RPG franchises in gaming history was being streamed over the internet instead of running directly on the hardware.
Always online.
Despite all that criticism, there were still fans who decided to support the releases. There were still people willing to give Square Enix the benefit of the doubt. People decided to purchase those cloud versions because they wanted to experience Kingdom Hearts on Nintendo hardware. Those customers effectively acted as guinea pigs for this experiment. They accepted the compromises. They dealt with the connection requirements, with the queues, with the occasional performance issues. They supported the product when many others refused to. Instead of being rewarded for that loyalty, they're now being told that their reward is a coupon. And that's the part that absolutely blows my mind. Out of all the possible solutions Square Enix could have chosen, they somehow picked one of the worst options imaginable. They aren't giving these customers free upgrades. They aren't transferring ownership to the new versions. They aren't even allowed existing owners to permanently retain access to the cloud versions. Instead, they're offering a 50% discount on repurchasing the games. Think about how absurd that sounds for a second. You buy a game. Years later, the game gets taken away. The company then tells you that if you like to continue playing, you can buy it again, but only for half the price. Somehow, we're supposed to view that as generous? The reality.
That's better if you think, like that's horrible. You say that. I'm a physical person. If I buy a physical game great examples. If I buy physical games back in the day, and they got destroyed somehow, like how my original NES got destroyed because of hurricane and stuff, and I want to buy it back, and those games are now worth not $60, $80 where I bought it back in the day of the time, but now worth $200, $300. That's what it is. It's tough luck, right? It's just shit happens. I'm gonna blame the company or blame the person who's selling me the thing because there's a market for it? No. And I can't blame because, again, it was a natural act of God that a hurricane came and destroyed my mom's house. It is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Suck it up and move on. That's just what's left to do. Now, y'all choose a bad investment. And here's the thing, sir. It's called investment. And there's bad investment all the time. Every single day, people make bad investment. You have, I have, everybody has. Stock market, food we eat, all the stuff. We've done that. And that's just what it was. Gaming, that's the same thing too. You made a bad investment. Because that was a dumb idea to go cloud gaming when I know it was going to be always online. Cloud gaming is always online to me. That's how I view it. And I'm like, never. Never, ever would I buy a cloud gaming. I bought key cards. I bought install keys, which is basically from the PlayStation. And PlayStation is install keys, key cards, and physical games, and some digital games. Which again, there are games out there that's gone. I can't even get back if anything happens, which sucks. Dust of the Elise, Icy, all those games. Those are great games. I can't get those games. I wanted those games physically, but I didn't know about, to be honest, at the time, I didn't know about limited game runs and trying to get those games physical and all that stuff. It sucks now. I can't get those games back now. That's why I'm more determined to, when I see limited game, as much as they get that game or GVG, if it's something, if I find a game physical somewhere and I can get, or Play Asia and I can get it physically, I'm going to try to get it. Why? Because I own the game outright, if that's the case.
Is that everyone who purchased those cloud versions should receive the replacement versions for free. There shouldn't even be a debate on this. If someone bought those games through the cloud services, then their account should automatically receive the equivalent versions when it launches. That's what respecting your customers and rewarding their loyalty.
I'll respect you on that. If they bought the game digitally, which is the only way they could do it, and they're gonna buy the game back digitally, then I give you that panache. Again, that's being more over and 50% less. That's being is being good. But if you want to give them fully the full game for that, I respect that, and I hope I could go with that. But is the next sentence that he gonna say is, well, I'm like, wait. This is why I made the video, because it's just crazy.
Looks like. If they would have done that, they would have sent us a positive message. But instead, the message being sent is that your purchase was temporary and you'll be expected to pay again when the company decides to move on. And what really annoys me is that the people being hurt the most are the exact people who supported the franchise. The people who never bought the cloud versions losing nothing. The people who skipped the release because they didn't trust cloud gaming lose nothing. The people who warned that something like this could happen are sitting there saying, I told you so. The only people getting punished are the ones who actually opened their wallets and supported the product. That is completely backwards.
No, it ain't. You speak with your wallet. You wanted a game. You bought it, knowing all the problems with it. You spoke with your wallet. That's what you get.
World, the customer who showed support will be treated the best, but they're the people getting punished are the ones who actually opened their wallets and supported the product. That is completely backwards. In a normal world, the customer who showed support will be treated the best, but
in a normal world, okay, vigilante gamer, I don't know what world you live in. All right, I'm just saying, I don't know what world you live in, but in the normal world, that happens all the time, from food companies to airlines to airlines to the government. All right, you gotta pay your tax bill, your property tax goes up, and all. No, it ain't. Okay, in our world, people get screwed. You gotta just be very. Funny enough that is your name, vigilante. You gotta be a vigilant of how companies and entities will try to F you over if you don't understand certain things. And it's a game of going back and forth with that. I know that. You want to respect your customers. I understand that, and but there are few companies out there that do that and try to do that to the best of their knowledge. But again, you bought an always online game. What do you expect to happen when the server's gonna get shut down? I don't get that part.
They're the ones being asked to pay again. Then there's the issue of Kingdom Hearts 3. While the earlier collections are getting proper versions, Kingdom Hearts 3 isn't coming to the original Switch. Once those cloud versions disappear, that game is effectively gone from the platform forever. Anyone who purchases specifically for their Switch loses access entirely. That should concern everyone because it demonstrates how fragile cloud gaming really is. A physical game cartridge can't disappear because someone turned off a server. A downloaded game running natively on the hardware doesn't suddenly stop functioning because a company changed its plans. Cloud gaming introduces an entirely new layer of risk where access to your purchase is dependent on someone else's infrastructure remaining active forever. This is why the phrase "you don't own your games" keeps becoming more relevant every year. Companies hate hearing the phrase because it sounds harsh, but situations like this made it hard to argue against it. If a game can be removed, disabled, shut down, and replaced with a discount code, then what exactly did the customer own? All they owned was temporary access. That's not the same thing as ownership, no matter how much companies try to make it otherwise. But what is so frustrating is that this controversy completely overshadows what should have been a positive announcement. Fans were finally getting almost what they wanted for years. They were finally getting a better Kingdom Hearts version on Nintendo platforms. Unfortunately, their game key cards, if they would have been fully on the cart, that would have been a huge win. but it's still better than the cloud ones. But that should have been a celebration. Instead, the discussion immediately shifted towards consumer rights and ownership concerns because of how existing customers are being treated. Square Enix managed to turn a potentially exciting moment into a public relations headache that was entirely avoidable. The crazy part is how easy this would have been fixed. All they had to do was announce that anyone who previously purchased the cloud versions would automatically receive the replacement versions at no additional cost. That's it. Fans would have praised them. The gaming media would have praised them. Content creators like me would have praised them. Instead, they chose a path that guarantees criticism because it feels like they're asking customers to pay twice for the same franchise. And before someone says that 50% off is still a good deal, guess what? No, it's not. But that's not really the point here. The issue isn't whether the discount is large or small. The issue is that there has to be a second purchase. The issue is that customers who already spent money are being asked to spend more money. If someone bought the entire Kingdom Hearts collection through the cloud services, they already support the franchise financially. The idea that they should have to pull out their wallet again just to maintain access is what people are upset about. The bigger concern is that the president this sets moving forward. Every time a company gets away with something like this, it normalizes the practice. It teaches publishers that consumers will tolerate losing access as long as a coupon gets thrown their way. That's a dangerous direction for the industry. Consumers should be demanding better treatment, not lowering expectations to.
That's why I'm not a consumer. I'm anti-consumer. I'm a customer. I'm a consumer of video games. Meaning that video games is the games I like to buy video games. But I'm a customer of what I put in my daggone, just like with my body. I'm a consumer of food. But I gotta choose what I put in my body. Nobody just giving me food randomly to put it. I gotta choose to put what in my body. So that's why I said anti-consumer. That's what I am. Sorry, but that's what I am. This right here, like you see what you're saying, you gotta buy it again. If I see this, here, I bought me a digital game. I bought me Horizon. What was it again? Horizon Chasers. I bought Horizon Chasers digitally. It was an indie game. I bought Horizon Chasers digitally. A fun game. I wanted to play it. I beat it. You know what they did? They came back out with a physical version of that game. And you know what I did? I bought the physical version of that game. That's what I did. Now, it's a key card. It still ain't super great, but a key card lasts way better than is 1,000 times better than an always online game any time of the day. So it's up to you if you want to own it or not. Your choice. I agree with a vigilante gamer. It would be nice if they did that. They don't have. The problem is they don't have to. It would be nice that they could, but they don't have to. Buyers beware. You know it was an always online game. The servers would have shut down. Point blank period. That's why, like you said, I have me a Switch 1, a Switch Lite, and a Switch OLED. I have me a 3DS XL, and I have me a 2DS XL, but just, 2DS XL. Why? Because I got enough games and I can still play on the batteries lasting long. I know how to replace the battery now. I think I did replace the battery on my 3DS. I really should have videoed that. Like, I know how to do that. That's what I do. So, yeah, life is life, my brother. That's how we do.
The point where losing a game or receiving a discount is considered acceptable compensation. At the end of the day, the people who bought those cloud versions deserve better than this. They supported a product when others wouldn't. They gave Square Enix and Nintendo their money. They trusted that their purchases would continue to have value. The least they should.
And that's why Stop Killing Game, whatever the thing, lost. Because of that stupid notion thinking that. Why? If the food has cockroaches in it, and people still buy it because they had cockroaches around it. Are you surprised that the person got sick and whatever? That's stupid thinking. That's, oh my God. That asinine style of thinking is why the industry is what it is. You don't support the crappy stuff, then the good stuff will come along. But we don't do that. Nintendo, we want all the Metroid. But you don't support the Metroid. You list all the dumbasses with the whole, that area with all the snow and all the talking, too much talking, blah, blah, blah. Nintendo, where's the next Metroid? Well, y'all said you didn't like the last one, so fuck off. Oh my God, Nintendo, you're making a remake of Star Fox again, which is a remake of this is the 4th remake, technically speaking. It is. Star Fox 64 is a reimagining of Star Fox, the original Star Fox. They're not one-to-one, because they're different things. Also, Zero is a reimagining of, again, so it's not a one-to-one either. So it's not a remake either. Story could be that, but the story is a little different, but it's still not that. Now, Star Fox 3D is a remake of Star Fox 64 3D is a remake of Star Fox 64. That is that. Star Fox Now is a remake. So this is the 3rd remake. Okay? That's what that is. And also, you said, oh, well, Star Fox is this and that, and shout out to Razorfist because he supported it, and I respect people. And Razorfist is on the same level as I am. Star Fox 64 sold like crazy. That is so Planet. Oh, it's a rescale, whatever. Okay, Star Fox though, and it was a good game. It was a really good game. I liked it. Y'all didn't support it. Okay, you want more flying? All right, Star Fox Assault. Here you go. No, you don't want Star Fox Assault? No. Y'all said no. So, and then Command, which is the weakest one out of it. And I will say, I played the heck out of it, but it's the weakest out of it. Here comes Star Fox Command. Nope, y'all didn't want that either. Y'all don't buy it. So, where's what's the situation? Situation is, well, excuse me, you guys don't support what y'all say. You say, oh, I want to do certain things, but then you don't support it. So my thing is, shut up.
Receive as a free transfer to the new versions. Asking them to buy the games again, even at half price, feels like a slap in the face. If companies want people to embrace digital ownership and cloud gaming in the future, then situations like this are exactly what they need to avoid. Otherwise, all they're doing is giving consumers more reasons to distrust the very business model.
See, there's the contradiction. You want to... Why would I want them to do better so they could rob me later on? Like, no. We need to tell the consumers, stop buying always online games. It's a dumb idea. Stupid idea. Stop buying always online games. Point blank period. It's dumb. Make physical more stronger again. Stop for the convenience. Your convenience is not worth you not owning nothing. We're not in the movie industry and everything now. Come on.
They're trying to push. Again, before I go, I'm going to say it one more time. Either they should be given the new versions for free, or they still need to be given access to what they paid for. Plain and simple. Or refund their money to them. And that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the subscribe.
They're not going to refund the video, the money to them. No, because you bought it without knowing that. Why would I refund the money? You bought it. So, sorry. See, that's what I say. You just contradict yourself the whole thing. Like, that's the dumb part about it. And you'll say, you're a vigilante gamer, so whatever. You're just a content creator doing crazy stuff, whatever. And again, I don't do this for money. You do. I don't. It's just, so weird. But I'll state this again. Stop buying always online games. Cloud gaming, stop it. Always online game, stop it. If you buy it, buy it everywhere. You know when the servers will eventually shut down and it's over with. That's all. That's you. So, go right ahead. Piss your money away. But that's on you. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Like I said, I know I swear, what we fight for is the dumbest things as gamers, and you want to know why the industry is so stupid. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. There's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy games. All consoles, including PC. Peace out.